สวัสดีครับน้องๆพี่เจสันจาก NBS ครับ So year 13 class of 2024, I'm here today to give you some advice before your adventure when you travel to the UK for your further study. So it's a very exciting time going on to the UK from Thailand after your studies at Newton Business School. But there's a few things I'd like to share with you from my own personal knowledge of studying and living in the UK. Firstly, as a student, you get a whole host of benefits. You'll get a student card, and I recommend you use this student card wherever you go. So it could be restaurants, it could be shopping for clothes on the high street. Always show your student card and ask if you're entitled to a student discount. You usually get at least a 10% discount. My second piece of advice is the structure at university in the UK. So you'll generally have lectures which are bigger, you might have 100 or 200 students in the amphitheatre. And then you have seminars, which are smaller classes where you have the chance to discuss one-to-one and in more detail with your lecturers. In the UK, it's kind of a more relaxed style, so you tend to call your lecturer by their first name. So whether it's Jason or Sam, you tend to call them by that rather than professor, as you may do in some countries. And you'll find that in the UK, there's a big focus on critical thinking and asking questions, which is why here at Newton Business School, we've prepared you through business competencies and other classes to be ready for your time in the UK. Another tip I'd like to share with you is at university, most things are done by email. So if you would like to perhaps book an appointment with your lecturer or ask him some questions about something you're unsure on, everything should be done by email. So that's the reason I've been emailing you guys over the last 2 years, to kind of prepare you for life in the UK. So things are done a bit more formally. There's maybe less of a reliance on instant messaging, and it's more formal based via email. Another piece of advice, when you get to the UK and get to your university, whether it's Essex, Anglia Ruskin or Oxford Brookes, please register with your university health service. So in Thailand, over here, when you get sick, you tend to go to the hospital as a first port of call. But in the UK, you go to your GP, which stands for General Practitioner. So as an international student, you're entitled to free healthcare in the UK, as long as you're registered full-time and for over 6 months. So please register with your local GP at your university, because you may get sick. In fact, a lot of people do during Freshers Week, which is the first week where there's a lot of parties, a lot of socializing, and it's a great chance to get to know each other. That brings me on to my next point. When you're at accommodation at your dormitory or student house in the UK, please take advantage of the people around you. Make friends, leave your door open when possible when you're settling in and unpacking. Get to know people, say hi to them, let them know you're here from Newton Business School in Thailand, and they'll be glad to learn about you, and you can learn a lot about them. So that's all from me, and enjoy the UK. There's a lot of things I'm sure you'll like. I'm obviously from Essex, so I can tell you a lot more about Essex if you have any personal details. So if you have any personal questions, feel free to reach out to me to ask before you leave. Thank you guys, and goodbye, and see you in the UK in Essex this autumn. Bye-bye.